All right. Hello, everybody. I wanted to take a minute to just kind of show you how to navigate our Folio system. I'm sure you guys are very familiar with this, but I just kind of wanted to show you the course layout. So, as you know, you'll wind up on the Folio homepage. You'll find your course. We are 3531 01F, Victimology. So click on that and it's going to take you to the course landing page. Now, I will tell you, I'm still in the process of developing uh, the Folio course. It should be pretty much done by the time um, by our first exam. But you know that when you come in, you'll see your announcements here. I will have an announcement for you, just kind of welcoming you and everything. So, up here is where all of your menus are. Go to content, and that's going to bring you to our landing page. So if you go to the overview, it's going to welcome you. You'll see that I was able to kind of upload a welcoming. You can read that and to kind of tell you what to expect. You have questions for the professor. If at any time you have questions, feel free to let me know through this. I'll have this flagged to where it goes straight to my inbox. But go to course orientation. So your course orientation is going to be the first week of stuff that you have to do. Right here, it tells you everything that you have to do. So you'll go to the course orientation and introduction. That's going to kind of overview what the course is about, kind of give you the course orientation objectives, kind of the course objectives, as well as your task list. Each week, you will have an introduction, learning objectives and task list page that you will need to click on. I don't do study guides for 3000 level classes. So I will summarize the major content in the introduction page, and you can utilize those as well as all of the lecture notes and things like that. You can utilize the introduction page as like your lecture notes. Excuse me. So then you're going to see our course syllabus and course structure. Please make sure you do go over the syllabus this first week. Since we are not in person, you won't get my speech on the syllabus. But this is probably the most important thing. I do have a content trigger. This is victimology. We will be diving into topics that are traumatizing, triggering, and treacherous. So we will be talking about sexual abuse. We will be talking about child abuse. We will be talking about victims of homicide and things like that. A lot of the material is extremely graphic in both content and language. You may see corpses, you may not. And if I do show videos, they are typically rated R, PG-13 rated R, and can be graphic. So just know that kind of going into this course that the content, it can be disturbing. We're talking about victims of crime. All right, so here's your grade breakdown. Please note this section here. Last semester, I got a lot of students kind of emailing me about my rounding, if I rounded, things like that. That is all broken down here. I will not respond to emails at the end of the semester asking for grade adjustments. That's just not proper. So please know that kind of it's all laid out here. I do operate on a point system, so there will be 415 points total that you can accrue this semester. So this has your total points and kind of the grade breakdown next to it. Here is everything that you're going to be doing in the class, kind of broken down, and kind of the percentages of your overall grade that each activity has. So you will be doing discussion boards. There's going to be 10 discussion boards at 10 points apiece. That's 100 points. You will be having specialized activities that you do for several chapters. I'll show you about those here in just a minute, but you can see kind of the point breakdown, um, things like that. You will have weekly quizzes. The quizzes are really just like 5 questions. You'll have about 6 minutes to do them, so you're not going to have time to look up all the answers. It's really just kind of testing your knowledge if you really got the the if you got the content that we were trying to relay. Here is your discussion board information. Please note it's a 3,000 level course. Therefore, I trust that you know how to effectively communicate in the discussion boards. I'm assuming that this is not your first online class. It could be. And if it is, discussion boards is your area to kind of answer the question and kind of relay what you know. For 3,000 level and above classes, I do not put a minimum word limit on discussion boards. However, I want to make sure that you know that my expectation is that you have informed opinions, meaning that you don't just espouse your own opinion. Have evidence to back up what you're saying. And to do that, you're going to need outside sources. Your book counts as an outside source, lectures count as an outside source, different articles count as an outside source. So I put in here that successful discussion posts will have approximately 2 to 4 paragraphs in their original responses and 1 to 2 paragraphs in the responses. So you will see this in every discussion board. I kind of remind you about kind of some of the expectations, although I don't have a minimum word count limit. There is some guidelines there. You will also be doing 4 application activities. Those are worth 25 points apiece, and they're embedded in the system, and I'll kind of show you on that. So I'm going to let you read the rest of this on your own. Please do note this section, my late work policy. I do have a built-in late work policy. So I will accept, with some exceptions, most work up to 3 days late. Now, there's a point deduction for late work up to the 3 days. Each day is a different point deduction. You can read about that. Anything that's after 3 days will not be accepted. Due dates are in the course schedule and in this syllabus, so you have fair warning of when the due dates are. No test or exams will be accepted late. I don't do late testing. So if you have a conflict with one of the exams, you need to let me know at least 10 days before the exam. That way we can make arrangements. Now, I am not as hard as that seems that might come across. I do understand that life happens sometimes. So please make sure you communicate with me. If something comes up, reach out to me. I do reserve the right to allow extensions within certain parameters. If you reach out and ask for an extension past the 3 days, you will need to have already gone through the dean of students to report whatever it is that made you need an extension. So like if you're sick, if you had a death in the family, something like that, that all needs to get reported to the dean of students office. And then they'll send the faculty notification. I have to have a faculty notification in order to give you any extensions. All right, you can read the rest of this on your own time. I do want to bring you to the course schedule. Now, this schedule will be uploaded separately as well, but this is the schedule. So everything is broken out, very self-explanatory. This first week, we're going to be doing the introductions to the course and talking about plagiarism. You take the syllabus quiz, do your introductory discussion board. Next week, we will start chapter 1. So you'll need to have read chapter 1, and then you'll have a discussion board and quiz. So you can kind of see it's clearly laid out what is expected. Notice that the activities are highlighted here. Like activity 1 opens during week 3, and it is due at the exam. The point of these activities is to help you review the material for the exams and apply what you're learning. So by the time we get to week 7, we will have covered chapters 1 through 5. So activity 1 really has gone through like 1 through 3. Activity 2 opens during week 6. It covers 4 and 5. So you can use activity 2 to kind of help you study as well. There are some rapid turnaround times on some of these. So please make sure that you are familiar with this. So activity 2 opens on week 6 and is due on week 8. Activity 3 opens week 9 and is due on week 13. And activity 4 opens week 14 and is due week 16. So please make sure you're aware of that. All right. So I wanted to kind of show you how the course is broken down. So this first week is your course orientation. Your Georgia Southern attendance verification will be on this side as well. You'll need to make sure you do that. Over here, you'll also see that I have the course schedule and syllabus here for you to easily access, as well as your activity folders. So you're going to see that I have it in one place where you turn in the activities. I have it embedded in the course as well. When they open, you'll get the instructions on the opening weeks, but you're going to turn in the actual assignments in the activity folder, which is right here on the side. So I do module systems, and that's how I operate. Each week is in a module. So weeks 1 through 7 make up module 1. And then weeks 8 through 11 make up module 2, and 13 through 16 make up module 3. So you will see I'm still building some of the content. So week 2, you will have an introduction and I will not be doing a study guide. So this will not be on here, but week 2 will have an introduction and kind of go over all the key content as well as kind of your outcomes and your task list. Then you're going to have the lectures. So this is going to look a little bit different when it goes live for you, but I'll have the lecture posted here and then the lecture PowerPoints. You're going to have the discussion board, and then you're going to have the quiz. If I have any additional content, it will also be added. I have not gotten week 3 up yet, but I will show you. Any additional material will be added here in a separate folder as well. So additional material might be different websites that you can look at, videos, things like that. That's pretty much how it's laid out. You will notice that on your assignments, you have 3 different dates on here. So you will see that like the discussion board, let's go back to week 2. The discussion board is available and opens on January 15th. It is due the 21st, but it runs until the 24th. So the due date will always be on here. That is the expected time for you to get it done. If you have to go and turn it over or turn it in late, remember, it is the 3 days that I give you that's already built in. After that, it closes and you won't have access to it. Now, I will leave these modules open through the module exam. You will have 3 exams in this class, and they are module exams. I don't do cumulative exams. So like I don't do a cumulative midterm and a cumulative final. I do cumulative module exams. So module 1 exam is in week 7, which is February 19th through the 25th. And it covers all of chapter 1 through 7. And like I said, I don't do study guides, but you'll have the information to where you know what will be expected of you. The quizzes are very short. They will be 5 questions, and that is to give you a kind of a taste of what my quizzes look like. Your exams will most likely be multiple choice, true and false questions. There may be some short answer questions in there. I haven't really decided if I'm going to do short answer yet, but you will be very well prepared even if you don't have a study guide. All right. So I also included this because some of you may feel like you want to go into victim services or victim advocacy. And these are some webinars, and the Office of Victims of Crime Training and Technical Assistance offers some cool kind of free trainings to you. So I'll open this up and kind of let you see. You will be able to like here, I kind of tell you a little bit about it. And then when you actually go into the webinar, it will take you to a different page and you can see the free ones. Now, the back to basics are the free ones. All the others are you have to pay for. But it'll tell you the length of it and things like that. So that's just a freebie if you want some free training or information, things like that. The last thing that I will tell you is by the time this goes live, there will be one other module over here that says extra credit. I will offer one thing of extra credit that will be worth 20 points, and it is a video review. You will get to choose between two films to kind of watch and apply some of the concepts. That will be your extra credit for this course. And then I may build in some extra credit into different exams or such. So I've reserved the right to build in extra credit as I see fit. But please do not ask me for extra credit. If I build in extra credit, that's great for you. All right, so that's just a quick rundown of our Folio site. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. If things I had last semester was my first semester, so I was learning Folio. I think I pretty much have it down pat now, but if things aren't open when they should be, let me know. That will probably be a me error. All right, I hope you all have a great time in the course. I look forward to learning with you and reach out if you need me.